Like, I'll say something that'll probably shock a lot of people.
The question is, how do you charge high retainers? And the simple answer is,
We had the same service to the public because we both did ads and we both did a call center. Why was your product so much fucking better than mine? And why did you get so much better results? And you can roast the shit out of my company if you want.
anything below 400K a month, 500K a month is honestly like not a lot. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Black Sheep podcast. We got your boy Hunter Soroy. Hayden couldn't make it because of Wi-Fi issues, so send him a DM, tell him to get his shit together. But it's just gonna be me and Hunter ripping today, and we got 3 topics that we want to talk about. I think they're super important topics that pretty much I don't think anyone talks about. And so, Hunter, what do you think?
I'm thinking people need to buckle the fuck in today, Mr. Stevie, because I think the State of the Union SMMA address is about to be given. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it, because to me, I think SMMA has become such a commoditized service that if you're not standing out, what the hell are you doing? What do you think, bro? What do you think the state of SMMA is right now in the public eye?
I think the state of SMMA is, I think it's a great way to get started in your first business, but I don't think people realize how few of people actually end up making $1 million a year profit or multi-million dollars a year profit. Like the amount that get to that level, which is like the money that people think everyone's making, is far few in between. And so I think the problem is when it comes to SMMA, it's a lot more complicated than that. Like you truly have to build a service that impacts your client's business from like A to Z. And that's, I think, where digital marketing is going right now, if we want to start on that topic. I think that the standard lead gen agency where you just generate leads is pretty much going to go extinct because it's just not enough value. And there's people out there who are real entrepreneurs who are really building shit to like solve these really crazy problems in their client's industry. And they're attacking each stage of the sale and really providing support around not only marketing, strategy, but also in phone handling, appointment setting, also in sales training, business development, all that type of stuff. So it really turns into a growth agency. That's where I think SMMA is going, just digital marketing is true growth agency. I think that's what it is.
I think so too. Yeah, I've heard that being thrown around YouTube a lot, that you have to almost become a growth partner. But I really agree that the typical lead gen agency, the thing we all started out with a Ty Lopez course, the 67 steps to building an SMMA or whatever the hell it was called, I think it's going out of style. I think people have been so exposed to it that now it's just the norm to be able to understand Facebook ads or boosting posts, or it's just become commoditized. It's like a household name. So unless you're doing things differently, and different is always better than better, you're not going to be perceived as more valuable. So you take DigitalOx, for example. I think you guys blew the hell up when you solved the lead management issue, which was your call center and dialing that in. I know Cairo Queens, my last agency's retention rate got way better after we did that. So yeah, I think state of SMMA right now, here's the problem. You'll always be stuck charging low price retainers, less than $2,000. Churn will always be a factor. It'll always be like 20% plus. It's going to be miserable. And just overall, it's just not a good time. Like I'll say something that will probably shock a lot of people. It's really not difficult to get to 100K a month. It's really not. Getting there sustainably is hard. You could just go take out a loan right now for like 10K in ad budget and just roll up 20 clients every single month. You still have like a 25% terrible churn and you're at 100K a month. It's not hard. But to actually solve these problems at scale, which you mentioned is much more complicated, that's where you have to become a growth partner. So, dude, let's dive in. How the hell do you charge these high retainers? Because last I checked, DigitalOx is charging 3K, 4K. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's honestly a lot, but like it could be more. And so we're always working towards just becoming more valuable for our clients to earn higher retainers. And so the question is, how do you charge higher retainers? And the simple answer is there's no secret. Like, you have to earn the right to charge higher retainers. So like when you look at our progression over the last 6 years, we've improved our product year over year over year to where we started off at basically $1,000 retainer, and now we're basically fluctuating at $3,250 to $4,500 retainer with just one, with our first product, one campaign. So I don't know what that is. It's basically like a 3.5x in price point, but the way we've simply done it is we've attacked a specific issue in our client's industry and we helped them solve it, which either one, produced them better results, more revenue, or two, saved them a shit ton of time, or three, took a lot of stress and hassle off their plate. And those are basically the three. That's value right there. I think Alex Ramosi talks about those four, but that's the facts. Like, if you figure out a way to make them more money consistently, you're also saving them a lot more time, and then you're also saving them a lot of hassle, headache, and labor. That's value, and people will pay for that all day. And so it takes time, guys. Like, you have to like immerse yourself in your industry and be a product focused entrepreneur, really thinking about how can I make my clients more money and make their life easier and have their staff love us, and just be consistent with it. And then always focusing on what's next. How can we make it even better?
And you know something else? I hear a lot of, I find this a lot with media buyers that leave a business and go on their entrepreneurial journey. Hang on to your hats. I'm about to roast the shit out of media buyers. They will normally think that they can charge a higher retainer just because they decided they did, but they haven't actually solved more problems. They're like, I'm just better than the next guy. But it's like I say, if you're not different, nobody's going to perceive you as better. So some people in our coaching, consulting, they just want to charge higher retainers just because and just test it out. And it normally doesn't go well. And it's because they haven't built a superior product. This is what I'm getting at. I used to look at digital locks when I had Cairo Queens. Number one, if I got on a demo and somebody was like, oh yeah, I'm talking to you in digital locks, I was like, fuck. I knew I was going to fucking lose them. But it's because you guys had a superior product. And I'm just honest about that. So yeah. Stevie, can you get into maybe a tiny bit granular? We can keep it kind of surface level, but just give people advice out there and think maybe they're at like 10K to 100K a month. We had the same service to the public because we both did ads and we both did a call center. Why was your product so much fucking better than mine? And why did you get so much better results if you had to wean it down? And you can roast the shit out of my company if you want.
One, right? Like, so anyone can run an ad, and I'm not saying you did this, but a lot of people can run an ad and just lie through their teeth about what they can actually do. And all you guys out there know exactly, you can just take this message to heart, but be inspired by it to actually be real. And so anyone can manipulate a client into joining your agency based on claims your service does. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to the rubber hitting the road, you got 30 days, 60 days max for you to actually prove the validity of the words that came out of your mouth. And so I think what's so important is like taking on this responsibility of being like a growth agency takes a lot of skill, a super strong team. You're responsible for a lot, dude. Like, you're responsible not only for ad budget, leads, but now the whole entire campaign relies on your team to turn those leads into appointments. And so there's so much that goes into it. Like, who are you hiring? What's the training look like? What kind of standards do you have in the agency in terms of acceptable KPIs, and what the benchmarks are for how we operate in super important KPIs such as overall lead to schedule ratios, qualified leads, show rates. I guess what it really comes down to is like, have you built the system and the team to actually deliver consistently on the KPIs that you claim that allow your clients to actually get the return on investment and the volume that they need. And it simply comes down to that.
Yeah. And it's funny because, dude, I talk to so many people that you kind of, I don't know if you were like this, Stevie, but when you get a couple wins in the beginning, you get really arrogant and you haven't fallen on your ass yet. So I know a bunch of people that they put up ads, they make false claims, they sell a bunch of clients, and then they think it's as simple as just like, oh yeah, dude, just white label the call center, just fucking hire a media buyer, one person for 50 clients. It's all good.
Yeah.
And these are the people that like I come back to in 3 months and they've either refunded or had refunds or chargebacks from like, I'm not over exaggerating, like almost 80% of the clients, terrible reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are viewed as like idols because all they claim is that they made a shit ton of revenue in a short amount of time. And I don't want to roast anybody specifically. I know a bunch of people that have done it. I'm guilty of it sometimes, being obsessive over revenue, but it's just not good. I think the product comes down to the nitty gritty. And I think everyone out there that's building a product, if you cut corners, I promise your day is coming, because it did for me, where it's just shit is going to hit the fan. Churn's going to be insane. It's not going to be fun. So if you cut corners, you're not actually making a good move to make more money. You're making more money in the short term by cutting corners, but it's like you just got hit and it's taking 6 months to bruise. That's all that's happening.
Yeah.
So,
and the big part, like there comes like a big part of this, I think most people don't talk about too, is just like your integrity and your like morals, I guess you would say. Like if it doesn't bother you that your clients would be like, I wish I never did that ever again. If that doesn't like keep you up at night and you have your heart in the fact that like you're actually trying to do ethical business, helping people, building the best product. If you don't even have that, then you're definitely not going to the next level. Like there's no way to the next. And I'm telling you, anything below 400K a month, 500K a month is honestly like not a lot. And I just want to be honest with you. It's not crazy. Like there's businesses that go into 8 figures and way beyond. And there's no way they did that by just burning clients, destroying reputation, and really not listening to the needs of their customer, and just being really obsessed with like making sure that their client success rate and the feedback they get is positive. Like that's number one forefront is the customer. I know you hear this, but it's true. And I get it. We all have to start somewhere. We got to get clients. But once you start getting these clients in, start really understanding like why your clients are canceling, where your product is not there. And, you should have you should be committed to fixing that, because, clients paying you 10K and leaving a month, 2 months, 3 months later with negative 10K in their balance and just a bad taste in their mouth is not cool. Like these are people, these are human beings. They're investing in their business, hard-earned dollars. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope this, hits with a lot of you guys watching this. Like, this is what it's about, is helping other people scale and taking full responsibility to doing the best you possibly can to make that happen. I think Hunter froze, but
oh yeah, I did. I'm back. Let me wrap this shit up, Mr. Stevie.
Wrap it up.
If you guys want to be considered a commodity, let's say the opposites. If you guys want to be considered a commodity, do nothing different. Just be a lead gen agency. If you truly don't want to grow, don't give a shit about your churn or your client results. Just keep selling. If you truly want to bottleneck yourself and never get past 100K a month sustainably, keep cutting corners. So that's what we got for you guys today. That's the state of SMMA. Quit fucking around and be about it. That's
I'll
my
leave you guys
advice.
with one more thing to really work on, and this would be sick. Like for all you guys, like, hey, I want to do 100K a month. You know you're doing incredibly well when if you're at 100K a month, then your churn is basically equaling the amount of referrals you get. So let's just say you're at 100K a month and you're losing 3, 4, 5 clients a month, but out of those clients, they're referring colleagues 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a month, and you're literally scaling past 100K just off referrals. That is what you need to focus on. Like if you're scaling into 100K off referrals, 150K off referrals, 200K off referrals, 1, you're going to be dumb profitable. 2, it's going to feel super sick. 3, you're actually impacting your clients. And I don't want to flex at all, like by any means, but we basically ran like $20,000 in ad spend in the first 5 years of Digital Ox, getting new clients. We basically scaled to 400K a month off of referrals.
God.
And so it got to a point where our churn at 400K a month started to beat the amount of referrals we were getting. And so that's when I was like, boom, we got to elevate. We got to transition to get to the next level. Let's start rocking some paid ads. And that's what we're doing now. Obviously, a lot of help from Hunter. We're getting that entire department built out. Ads, sales team, SDR team, just making sure that we're adapting to what needs to happen to keep scaling. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys like this. Comment below what other topics you guys want us to chat about, and then subscribe to the channel. So we're going to be dropping these every Friday. Subscribe, and however we can help you guys, let's go.